Hello everybody. Today we are going to work with the foam roller. This is the perfect way to work if you want to smooth the adhesion in your fascia, to lubricate your joints and to work over the hip mobility in general. My foam roller is really soft and I really recommend to use the soft foam roller, but whatever foam roller you have at your home will work. If you don't have the foam roller at your home, the rolled towel will work for some of the exercises, but not for all of them. So look through the class and choose what goes better for you today. And we'll start with the foam roller underneath your chest. Set the foam roller underneath your chest somewhere, maybe where you close your bra. Bend your legs, set your feet flat on the mat, and interlace your fingers behind your head. Elbows, you should see them with your peripheral view. And on inhale, you will allow your ribs to open up towards the ceiling, and that will initiate you moving down over the foam roller. Inhale, opening the ribs up. And on exhale, you round your spine, you blow the air out, and your ribs are hugging in, and that initiates your going up. The abdominal lowers and ribs hugging in. Inhale to open. And exhale to round. And a few more times. Inhale to open. And exhale round. And inhale open. And exhale. And one more. Inhale to open. And exhale to round. Now hold this position. In this position, we'll start to work with your lower back and pelvis more. So keep the thoracic spine lifted and stable, and start to tilt your pelvis. Inhale the anterior tilt of the pelvis so the pubic bone is reaching down towards the floor, and on exhale the posterior tilt of the pelvis and the pubic bone is reaching up towards the ceiling. And inhale to arch, exhale to round, and inhale to arch, exhale to round, and a few more. Inhale arching, exhale rounding, and one more. So we're mobilizing and starting from the upper part of the body, now going a little bit lower to your pelvis. Inhale and exhale. And now from this exercise, we'll continue to add the movement, and we'll go to a little semicircle here. So you rounded your spine and the pubic bone is reaching up towards the ceiling. Continue to round your spine and lift the pubic bone even higher. So then you'll finally find your pelvis is lifting from the floor until you are completely up. And then when you are up, arch your back and lower down the pelvis. And on exhale, round and lift. And on inhale, arch and lower. Exhale, round and lift. Inhale, arch and lower. Two more. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale, hold. We'll reverse the sequence. So round your spine even more to lower down your pelvis. You arch when you are down and you lift. Exhale, round and lower. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round and lower. Inhale, arch and lift. One more. Round, lower, arch, lift. The last one. Round, lower, and return to your neutral. And from here, we'll start to work with the thoracic spine again. So the foam roller is very tricky. Keep your hair away from it because it may stuck there and it will be painful. So for now, we are adding to the thoracic extension and flexion a little bit of twisting. So on inhale, arch your back and allow your head to lower down towards the floor. And on exhale, lift, and this time twist to your left side, reaching with the right elbow towards the left knee, lifting the right scapula off the foam roller, but maintain your knees and feet stable. Inhale, center, lower down. And we'll work to one side each time. Exhale to the left again. 2, lift. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, 3, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, 4, lift. Inhale to lower, last one with the twist. Exhale. And inhale, and we'll work in opposite side. So now you lift on exhale and you twist to the right, but mind your knees and feet, they are stable. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift, and lift the left scapula off the floor, maintaining the leg stable, pelvis stable. Inhale. 3 more, exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Last one, exhale. And inhale. Return to your chest lift, so your chest is lifted. And now straighten your legs along the floor. Flex your feet. And really flex them as if you want to lift the heels off the mat. Keep them engaged, and from here you'll start to work with your pelvis again. And now you have a little bit less range of motion, but still keep your thoracic spine lifted. On inhale, arch. On exhale, round. And this is a little tiny movement, but you still keep your upper body stable, trying to move only with the pelvis. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And now we're going to lie on your side, and we'll work with the thoracic spine as well, and we'll work with rotation, but now lying on your side. So for that exercise, lie on your side and get your leg on top of the foam roller. And maybe the foam roller is going to be somewhere in between your thigh, in the middle, lying down, and both of your hands in front of you, one hand on top of the other, lying down. On inhale, lift the top arm up, reach up towards the ceiling, lengthen yourself, and lower down behind you, and allow the foam roller to roll while you do this exercise. And now lift the arm up, close the book, and the foam roller will roll forward. And inhale, reach up towards the ceiling, open the book. Exhale, blow the air out, close it back. And we'll do last one here. Inhale, open it up, and stay here. And we're going to do a few breath cycles here, trying to, on each inhale, open up the ribs. Inhale, exhale, hug them in. You won't be able to do this completely here, but you'll initiate your movement with opening the ribs up. Inhale, and exhale, trying to close them back. And inhale, and on exhale, blow the air out, hug the ribs in, and close. From here, lift yourself up on your forearms and turn your chest towards the floor, so you're facing the floor now, still keeping the inner thigh on top of the foam roller. And from here, you roll to the side, massaging the inner thigh. You move forward and backwards on the foam roller. So the inner thigh muscles, they are connected with the pelvic floor muscles, and this is actually the base of your core. So while massaging, we're not only addressing the fascia, we are soothing the fascia, soothing the adhesion of the fascia. We're also working here with your hip mobility. So the femur is moving inside the hip socket. And This exercise actually is really helping a lot with the intra-abdominal pressure and with the balancing also. Good. And from here, we'll do everything for the other side. So turn around and set your top leg. Send your top leg on top of the foam roller, lying down and having your book opening here. On inhale, lift the arm up, reach up towards the ceiling and lower it back down. Oh yes, I'm so different on this side. Exhale, flow the air out and close the book. And the foam roller will naturally roll forward. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Blow the air out, exhale. And one more, inhale. And we breathe here. Inhale, open the ribs up. Exhale, close. Inhale, expand. Exhale, close it off. One more inhale. And exhale, return to your initial position and flip over, so you are on your elbows and the leg is still on the foam roll, and from here start to roll from side to side, so you're massaging the inner thigh and breathing through this exercise. Inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. And when we're finished with that, turn your foam roller so it is perpendicular to the mat again and set it underneath your hips. So basically when you're lying on top of the foam roller, now the foam roller is a little bit lower than your hip bones, and you lower down, you're creating the pillow for your head with your hands. And now from here we will start to breathe. So on inhale, allow your belly to expand, relax the belly and allow it maybe to touch the floor. Inhale. And on exhale, draw your abs in as if you want to lift them off the floor. Create the sensation that you're lifting your abs off the floor. Inhale to relax, exhale to bring the abdominals inside towards the spinal cord. Inhale. And exhale, draw them in. Inhale, exhale back. And inhale and exhale, draw them in. And to this breathing, we will add the exercise. So now, on inhale, relax. Allow the abdominals to lower down. On exhale, draw them in. And bend your right leg. Lift the thigh off the floor, maintaining your hips on top of the roller. And then lower down, and we'll do this 5 more times. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale 2. Inhale to lower. Exhale 3. And inhale. Exhale 4. And inhale, and exhale 5, and inhale, straighten the leg, and we'll do the same thing for your left. 1, bend, and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower down, allow the belly to expand, and then exhale, draw the abs in, blow the air out, and lift the leg up, bend it. Lower down, 3 more. Exhale. And inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale, inhale, and straighten it back. And now we'll add to this movement a little bit more of choreography. So now you will bend the leg, you will lift the thigh up off the floor, You'll continue to lift the thigh. You will straighten the leg behind you, making it as long as possible. And then you will lower it down towards the floor. And we'll repeat this 4 more times for this leg. And bend. And lift. And straighten and reach out as if you want to take your leg out of your hip. And lower down. 3 more. Hand bend. Blow the air out. Lift and straighten. Lower down and bend and lift. Blow the air out, straighten. Lower down and bend and lift. Straighten, reach out, lower down, last one, and bend and lift. Reach out, really long leg and lower down. We'll repeat 5 times for the other one and bend. And lift, and reach, and lower down, and bend, and lift. Blow the air out, reach, lower down, and bend, and lift. Lower down, 2 more, bend, up, lengthen, find that length in your body. Lower down, last one, and bend, and lift, and reach, far, 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 lower down, and relax here, breathing, inhale, exhale, draw the abs in, and lift yourself up, roll the foam roller forward. So now, the foam roller is going to be under your hands. Somewhere in between the palms and the elbows. Straighten the arms and lower down your head. For now, as we've started the class, you can open your legs wide. And you can externally rotate them, so heels inside, toes out. Keep your arms parallel on the foam roller with the palms facing each other. Lower down, look towards the floor, and remember, so we are going to do the swan now. The swan is the exercise that is done with articulation. So you'll start from the crown of the head, you'll go to your neck, to your shoulders, to the thoracic spine, your middle back, your lower back is going to be working the last one. And you'll reverse the sequence when you go down. And inhale on coming up, exhale on lowering down. Okay, prepare and inhale, look forward in between your hands, move your shoulders back to your hips. Lift your chest up, use your back extensors, draw your abs inside as we've done it a few minutes ago. And on exhale, flow the air out and allow the body to lower down, head goes last. And inhale, start with your head, lift up, inhale, exhale. Blowing the air out, allowing the body to relax. And inhale and lift. Exhale, lower down. 2 more like this. Inhale, lift up, abs in, working with your abs. Exhale, lower down, and head goes on the floor. Last exercise, swan here. Inhale to lift up. Exhale now, lower down only halfway. So find yourself in the very comfortable position for you. And from here, we'll add an extension. So you are at a flexion. You are in extension right now. Lower down your shoulders. Feel some comfortable on the foam roller. But on exhale, bend your elbows narrow. And flex your spine, simultaneously reaching with the back ribs up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, flex, look to your core. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Inhale, extend. 3. Inhale. 4. Inhale, 2 more. 5. Inhale, last one. 6. And inhale, lower down and relax. Inhale and exhale, breathe here. Inhale and exhale. Good. And now you turn around, flip over, and now you have the foam roller underneath your hips. So lying down carefully. And you can hold the foam roller from the sides if you want, if you're afraid that it will roll, and lift your legs in tabletop position. From here we'll address the hip flexion. So we'll start by straightening the leg and lowering down towards the floor. So inhale, expand the ribs, exhale, hug them in and straighten the leg simultaneously. The leg is super straight. You're lowering down that leg until you can keep it straight, the knee straight, and then you bend the leg, drag it along the floor and bring back into the tabletop position. And we'll work the same thing for the other leg. Inhale, expand the ribs, exhale, hug them in, straighten the leg, lower down, drag it along the floor, tabletop. Exhale, lower down, and bend it in. Exhale, lower down, and in. Exhale. And exhale one more time to each side. Last one. Extend your hip here because we'll need that extension today. Last one for the right. And up. And now we'll level it up to the bicycle. So straighten your leg up towards the ceiling. Keep them as straight as possible. Knees, so you work with your quads, toes pointed, calves working. So now lower down that leg towards the floor as long as you can keep it straight, and then bend the knee, drag it along the floor and switch straight away bicycle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And of course we'll go to the reverse bicycle. So now bend the leg, push it out as long as possible towards the wall that is in front of you. So find the length here and then switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lengthen each time as if you want to take that leg out of your hip. So find that length, find it. Really reach out as if you want to touch the floor, and yes, the floor and the ceiling and the wall. So legs go out of the hip. Yes, good. Bend the legs and lower down your feet for a second on the floor. Adjust the foam roller if you need. And now we will work with your abdominals in static a little bit more. So for that exercise, straighten the left leg. Make it as strong, as straight as possible, finding the length here in the hip flexor. And then, before you do anything else, you do the inhale, you expand your ribs out towards the ceiling. On exhale, hug them in and lift that leg from the floor. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Breathe, inhale, expand the ribs. Exhale, hug them in, lift the leg up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Inhale, expand the ribs. Exhale, hug them in, third set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down, whew, relax. We'll repeat that for the other leg. So now the left leg is bended and you straighten the right leg in front of you. It hovers off the floor and the leg is super straight, both hip bones on the same level. Again, you're doing the inhale, expanding the ribs, opening up, exhale, hug everything in, find the connection between your hip bones and the ribs, and then lift the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Inhale. Open up. Exhale. Close and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing. Breathing. Inhale. Allowing the ribs to open. Exhale. Relax. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. And now we'll work a little bit without the foam roller, so slide it to the side. And we'll continue to work with your abdominal muscles. So as we worked with extension now, we'll proceed to work with extension but with the abs engagement. So for that exercise, inhale, exhale, straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. Point the toes, keep the knees straight. Exhale, on the next exhale, lift the chest up. Lower down one leg. Grab the other by the calf or the hamstring under the knee, whatever it feels good for you today. And pulse it twice towards you. Exhale, exhale, inhale, switch. Exhale, exhale, inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. And inhale. And inhale. And inhale. And inhale. And inhale, 2 more. And switch. More. And hold. Hands behind your head. Continue. Pulse, pulse, switch. Switch. And mind that only the top leg is pulsing. The bottom one is very still. 2 more. And switch. Rotate. You're rotating towards the leg that is straight towards the ceiling. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. 2 more. Last 1. Bend the legs. Lower down. Whew. Inhale. We are not going to stop here. Exhale, lift yourself up. Legs in tabletop position. Double leg stretch. Both legs forward, arms overhead. We'll meet in the middle afterwards. And inhale. Exhale. 1. And inhale. Exhale. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Lengthen and hold. Arms by your sides. Lift and lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Bend the knees. Now lower down and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, breathing. Trying to relax and find the calmness, and we'll stretch after this. Inhale and exhale. And one more inhale and exhale. Good. And from this position, turn around again. And we'll do a sweet cat-cow. So hands underneath the shoulder joints and knees underneath the hip joints. Inhale to arch. And exhale to round your spine, looking between the thighs. And inhale to arch. And exhale to round. And inhale. And exhale. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one here. And exhale. Hold. Move your hands a tiny bit forward. And we'll roll that cat-cow. So on exhale, you keep yourself rounding. You will lower down until you are in extension. You do the inhale here. And you arch your back and your shoulder weight forward until the pelvis is on your heels. Exhale, round the spine. Roll forward. Inhale, roll backwards with the arched back. And exhale, round. And inhale, and arch, and round, and inhale, and back. Last one, exhale, around, inhale, arch, and now this time, round the spine, and bring the left knee with you. So you are in a stretch here. This is a hip opener. Lift your chest up. Find the stretch here. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And now if it's available to you, we will twist towards the bended knee. So lift the arm that is corresponding to the bent knee in front of you up towards the ceiling. And rotate, lower down that hand and bend the knee if it is available to you. You can proceed with the hip opener if you don't want to do that. And return back, and we'll repeat the same thing here if you want, or continue to open the hip in this position. And lift the hand up, rotate, bend the knee, and move it back. And last one. And rotate. And return it back. And now push the floor away, blow the air out. Sit back in a child pose, inhale. On exhale, round your spine, and now right knee goes in between your hands. You open the chest. You find your hip opener here. And if you want to rotate, you go with me, otherwise stay in the previous exercise. And inhale to lift, rotate, bend the knee if you want. And back. And inhale. Exhale, last one. Move it back and shift yourself to the child pose. One more time. Breathe in here. Inhale and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And now we will try to do a cat-cow, like modification of it with the foam roller. So grab your foam roller for the next exercise and set it in front of you with the forearms on the foam roller and you kneeling in front of it. And we will try to roll the cat-cow here. So on inhale, arch your back, look forward and roll the foam roller forward. On exhale, round the spine and move it back. And inhale, arch and look forward. Exhale, round and move it back. And inhale, arch and look forward. Exhale, round, roll it back, 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale, roll all the way up. Good. And from this exercise, we will go to the next exercise when the foam roller is going to be underneath your feet. So lying down on the mat. With your feet on the foam roller. And from here, we'll do the bridge. So you do the inhale, and this is a classical exercise. On inhale, you expand the ribs up. On exhale, you hug the ribs in, and you tuck your tailbone under. So the pubic bone is reaching up towards the ceiling. You push the floor slightly with your hands up, and you lift the pelvis up until you are in a straight line from the knees towards the shoulders. And on exhale, melt the spine down. 5. So we're cooling down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Slow it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, and last one. Melt your spine down, bone by bone. Relax, enjoy the stretch, lengthen, and as if you want to put your pelvis as close to the heels as possible, you really lengthen it and relax. Inhale. Good. And from here, we will work with your calves with little massage. So for that exercise, you'll have the foam roller on top of your calves, and you'll sit on the foam roller, and you'll start to give a little bit weight of your body to the left side, then to the right side, and you'll feel that massage of the calves. And how deep you go inside the muscle will depend how you relax on top of the foam roller. If you need to sit up a little bit, you sit up, lean forward, or go ahead and have that nice massage of the calves. That will help you with the hip, with the feet flexibility as well. And then roll the foam roller a little bit more down and have the massage here the same way. You are rolling from side to side. And then finally, you will find the foam roller all the way near your heels, and you'll sit and work here as well. Yes. And now let the foam roller rest, and we'll finish up with the calf stretch a little bit. So go into your plank, into your down dog, with your heels towards the floor. Push the floor away, really have the biceps in between your ears, and from here start to pedal your legs. So lifting one heel, lowering the other, and on exhale switching 2. Exhale, switching 3 and 4. Exhale 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And from here, try to lower down both of your feet. It doesn't have to touch the mat, but on exhale you will lift them up. And on inhale, lower down. Exhale 2. Inhale 3, 4 and 5 and 6. And we'll finish this class today with the spinal wave from the bird dog, from the down dog, sorry ladies and gentlemen. You will lift the heels up, you will round your spine, you will tuck the tailbone under, you will look down into your abdominals, you will round the spine and the back ribs are reaching up towards the ceiling. Transfer the weight of the body forward, arch your back and transfer it back, heels down towards the floor. Lift them up, round your spine, shift the weight of the body forward. Inhale, arch and shift back. Exhale, lift the heels up first. Round your spine, tuck the tailbone under. And inhale. And last spinal wave, exhale, enjoy. Bend the knees, open them wide, and sit down, rest your spine. Okay, so that's it. I really hope you feel beautiful after this class, and see you next time.